They are playing the Brazilian national team, the Indiana Fever, making their way to Iowa to take on the Brazilians. And guess what? It's sold out in 42 minutes. Tickets going on sale, and we're going to have a packed house. And it didn't take very long for us to realize that. 15,000 plus seats sold out in 42 minutes.
Oh, NBA players are completely enraged. Before checking Ticketmaster to see her empty arena, some players screamed that it's just hype. The salt is real, the jealousy is loud, and the haters are devastated. Let's break it down. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever just sold out a preseason game against Brazil, and some of these twits are punching the air like they're shadowboxing for a title fight.
So the Fever are playing in Iowa, and the game sold out in literally, like, it didn't matter how long it took to sell out, you couldn't even get in. If you were there, you probably didn't get a ticket. I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did. And then you're looking at a situation where basically no Fever fans got them. It's a preseason game. This is a preseason game, and it's sold out in about 10 seconds.
Not only did Caitlin Clark join the WNBA, but she is already in charge of it. The first preseason game of the Indiana Fever sold out in just 1 hour, but it was a stampede, and scalpers are likely out here rubbing their hands like Birdman and flipping Fever tickets like their Taylor Swift VIP passes while in Chicago. I suppose it's wonderful that Angel Reese in the Sky is preparing for a preseason game versus, well, Brazil's national team. But the issue is that tickets are still sitting there on Ticketmaster like untouched dust.
And I'm gonna treat myself, man. Yeah, no, I'm going alone. I'm not gonna take anybody with me. If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man. Asia Wilson, man, commanded $19.
Let's now consider this from a different angle. In contrast, Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky are playing a team that the majority of casual basketball fans couldn't name a single player from, and the ticket sales appear to be a failed Kickstarter campaign. Caitlin Clark and the Fever are playing a regular WNBA team, a team that actually exists in the league, and people couldn't wait to grab those tickets.
Such is the Caitlin Clark effect. And you know that the home faithful back in Iowa are going to be pumped up to see her back in the state where she made her name. 42 minutes. That's like back in the day when Rolling Stones tickets would go on sale. You try to go on Ticketmaster, they're gone. Taylor Swift is Swiftie territory when you're selling out in 42 minutes.
And best of all, the difference in price Caitlin's game. You better have your credit card on hand since, in California, those resale prices are rising more quickly than rent, while in Chicago, tickets to the Sky. The funniest part is that Angel Reese and her crew have been talking nonstop lately. You'd think they were dropping a mixtape with how much promotion they've been doing, while Caitlin Clark hasn't even said much. She just exists and boom, sold out. Let's just say that if you have $20 in a dream, you might end up courtside next to the mascot. Arenas.
So I ran across the Chicago Sky versus Brazil women's expedition game before the season, right? And these tickets are starting at $28 to get in, which is crazy to me. $28 to get in. That is wild. This is an expedition game, and you're telling me it's going to cost $28 for me to get in? I mean, I could get in 31, 38. I mean, all over. I mean, a lot of these tickets are crazy. But I'm just like, it's not even about the price for me. I'm just thinking about, like, I'm comparing the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky because they said that it was like Me Too. Like, you guys are watching women's basketball because of Me Too.
And let's face it, this isn't a one-time event. What does it say that the Fever's games are the league's most expensive tickets, but Angel Reese and the Sky are having trouble drawing fans? Even Asia Wilson, who, let's face it, acts like she invented basketball, has been disparaging Caitlyn in an attempt to minimize her influence. But let's look at the scoreboard. Perhaps the fans understand something that the hype can't explain. Perhaps watching real elite basketball is more alluring than meaningless slogans and media-trained onliners, while Asia's team, the Aces, are out here offering 2-for-1 deals like it's a fast food drive-thru. The Indiana Fever are moving tickets like they're the Beatles in 1964. The numbers don't lie, though, and if you're still in denial, go check those ticket sites. Caitlyn Clark is, in fact, him or her, whatever you want to call her. Caitlyn sold out of her game. A gentle reminder that supply much exceeds demand is provided by Angel Reese's game.
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game, with the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Cover Hockey Arena, Caitlyn's college facility.
When the NBA players saw ticket sales skyrocketing, they truly believed they were immune to the Caitlyn Clark effect. However, reality struck them like a brick wall, and the receipts are nasty because it's not just Angel Reese who is being humbled. The Chicago Sky expected to ride the Reese wave to the bank, but all they got was empty seats and discounted tickets, so bad that they're going for less than a McDonald's combo meal, while Caitlyn Clark has people spending all of their money just to stand in the building. Asia Wilson is also getting cooked. Let's start with Angel Reese, who is out there talking spicy about how she's the reason people are watching. She had fans excited that her games would sell out, but ticket sales said, try Aga.
And the tickets were supposed to go on sale Friday morning, but they're sold out. So I really don't know what they're going to do about this. I guess it's just kind of like one of those missed opportunities. And, you know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out.
And Asia Wilson comes next. As the WNBA's golden child for years, Asia truly believed she was above the defamation, yet the ticket costs are honest. We're talking about a 2-time MVP, a champion, and the so-called face of the league, but her games are looking incredibly cheap these days. Meanwhile, every time Caitlyn Clark takes the court, the entire arena transforms into the Super Bowl, and these WNBA players keep trying to act like Caitlyn Clark isn't the reason the league is finally making money. It's all of us, they say. AC's ticket sales are dropping more quickly than Angel Reese's 3-point percentage. Oh my goodness. Then why were tickets so cheap last year? Why weren't resellers profiting off WNBA games? Why didn't anyone pay attention when Asia Wilson was winning MVPs? Now, when Caitlyn Clark joins the league, ticket prices skyrocket, almost as if she's the one attracting fans.
If you want to come, you got to come yourself. It's $19, man. That's a ghetto tank of gas, man. But yeah, man. Asia Wilson, man, commanding $19. And listen, man, if you really want to get jazzy, I mean, if you wanna, you know what I'm saying, if you want to wear your meat coat.
Angel Ree and Asia Wilson are learning the hard way that they wanted to believe the hype and act as though people were there to see them. And now they're watching Caitlyn Clark sell out entire arenas while their own games have buy one get 5 free deals. However, they don't want to admit it. Instead, they'd rather convince them that people are suddenly realizing their greatness. Meanwhile, teams are going to great lengths to schedule their home games against the Indiana Fever just to cash out, and Asia Wilson is able to win as many titles as she desires. Angel Reese may speak all she wants, but the money speaks for itself, and at the moment, it indicates that Caitlyn Clark is the only one who makes a difference.
You know, a lot of people say that Caitlyn Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness, she and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. She accounted also for helping drive the numbers of merchandising up 500%. Of course, her jersey was #1.
Asia Wilson actually believes she has transformed the WNBA, which is adorable. But the cost of tickets to see her and the Las Vegas Aces is declining more quickly than Angel Reese's shooting percentage. Some seats are available for less than $20. Yes, you read that correctly. That's not even the PR price of a good burger and fries in Vegas, but it will get you a front row seat to see the league's so-called face. But wait, weren't we just told the Aces are a dynasty back-to-back champ super team and the WNBA's future? Yes, so why do customers at Costco treat their tickets like free samples? The only time ticket prices go this low is when no one is interested, and based on the resale market, AC's tickets are vying for attention more fiercely than Angel Reese during a press conference after the game.
Number one topic in sports, the face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face of the league. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie, whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance, she's doing sold out dates.
The most amusing aspect if the WNBA is thriving because of A'ja Wilson, who is out there claiming to have revolutionized the game and to be this generation's Michael Jordan lady. Why are tickets for your team less expensive than a pack of gum? The reigning MVP can't even get people to pay more than a gas station hot dog to see her play, and don't even try that's Vegas, there's too much to do excuse. The Golden Knights have no trouble selling out the Raiders, who can be awful and their tickets still cost an arm and a leg, but somehow the Aces, the self-proclaimed WNBA queens, can't get more than a couple of tourists who lost all their gambling money and just need something inexpensive to do before their flight home. Even Caitlin Clark.
Look at the price of these tickets. This is like right after the tickets went on sale. So no good seats. $1,142 for a not very good seat. I'm guessing 10 grand minimum courtside to go see Caitlin Clark.
Not only is Caitlin Clark playing basketball, but she is also working on economic stimulus plans for the WNBA teams. They are literally relocating arenas to accommodate the crowd she brings. For example, the Indiana Fever could play in an abandoned parking lot, and it would still sell out because fans would bring their own chairs so they could see her shoot from the logo. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky looked at their usual stadium and decided that this wouldn't work because Wintrust Arena was too small, so they had to book the United Center, doubling its capacity just to keep up with Caitlin Clark's demand. Has any WNBA team ever done that before? Nope. Did they do it when Angel Reese was in charge? Nope, because let's face it, nobody is moving to a larger venue to watch Angel Reese's 5 missed layups during a press conference about how it's bigger than basketball.
I mean, yeah, I think I saw the ticket prices. I guess the only thing is, I'm surprised we're not playing at the United Center. I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. So maybe there's a conflict of some sort that I don't know about. Obviously, that's a little above my pay grade.
Johnson, Sheila the Mystics boss truly believed she was spitting facts with that little PSA about Caitlin Clark, so she went full motivational speaker mode and preached about how the media should stop obsessing over Caitlin and start promoting the rest of the WNBA cute. So yes, I need to bring her here because she is one of the haters of good things coming to the league. Let me clarify when it comes to awarding props. A few weeks later, the story twist occurs when the Mystics abruptly pack their bags and move to a larger arena. And why? Oh, just a little thing called the Caitlin Clark Money Machine. Although Caitlin is simply a girl, she is the NBA's V-meal ticket when it comes to securing the bag. Sheila, if this was truly about helping all players, you wouldn't have waited till Caitlin's fan base rolled up with their money ready. Think twice if you need assistance choosing an assistant.
So last night we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA.
The WNBA has never seen a player move the needle like this. So even if A'ja Wilson were to play in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, there would still be empty seats unless Caitlin Clark was on the other team. A'ja Wilson is out here discussing the need to market more than just one player, which is great. But are you selling out arenas at the rate Caitlin is? Are teams switching zip codes for your games? The WNBA schedule makers likely went into full panic mode the moment Caitlyn was drafted and gave the Fever more nationally televised games than anyone else, while teams with established stars are just sitting there watching their game stream to an audience of 12 people and a house cat. StubHub is treating Fever games like the Super Bowl.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a basketball player. As well as that, I don't know if there's been a player that's been under as much scrutiny as her ever handle like the spotlight and handle the stuff like that as well as Caitlin Clark has.
With haters everywhere, Caitlin Clark is making WNBA history, and some people are furious about it. Let's face it, she's smashing records, packing venues, and receiving higher TV ratings than an NBA playoff game. Your uncle's sudden understanding of what a 3C violation is due to Caitlyn. The truth hurts, but Caitlyn is doing what no one else could to make the WNBA relevant. And whether they like it or not, she's just getting started. Though ticket prices are skyrocketing and jersey sales are through the roof, some players are acting as though she's ruining the league. Additionally, subscribe to see more videos today.